Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. I want to show you a really cool telephone today. This is Jim's telephone from Texas, and this is not your average 2500 set. This is a 2514, and basically it is the 2500 set that has the operator's headset with it, and these are pretty hard to find. You don't find too many of these. You very rarely ever see these, and usually the headset's all messed up, and this one's in really good shape. Now the problem with this telephone is he actually uses this headset, and there is no receive now, and at least that's what I got when I plugged it in, and I still need to talk to Jim about that. But I do believe there is no receive from the headset. And this is the on and off switch. You turn it to the right, and that turns on the headset. And you could actually have the, if you weren't doing any dialing, I think, well, you might even be able to dial. I think you can do everything. As long as you turn the headset on, you're okay. And I think you can do everything normally. But you can also pick up the handset and use the telephone that way. I have everything apart just to be able to give you a good look at everything. And it's pretty cool. You don't see these every day. And this gives you a little bit of a look at what they look like. And very cool headset. And Western Electric built some really good stuff. I believe this is a 464A, and it's more or less really just an operator's headset that they stuck on these 2500 sets and called them 2514s. And basically it was their version of a kind of a hands-free, or if you were in a working environment in an office and you needed to be hands-free, basically freed up your hands to be able to do whatever you were doing. And so I have this telephone apart, and I'm going to pull the cover up, but he even has the original, when you fold this cord up, this is kind of like you fold the cord up and then you go ahead and use these snaps and put it together, and it's like a cord holder. You can take up the slack, so that's pretty cool, and that's in good condition. It's still there. And we'll pull the cover off and give you a look. Now I did notice this is just the initial checkout video. If you look here, this is all very loose, and I found some bad connections, and also these finger contacts in here, they all need to be resoldered and cleaned, but this whole piece in here is very loose. So we want to get that all taken care of and get that squared away. And this gives you a look at the back of the unit here a little bit. This is all the electronics here. This board here kind of goes with the headset, and I'll give you a side view here in a minute. Just got some transistors, capacitors, some resistors, transformer, and it all goes along with the headset. They actually couldn't put a regular bell in this. They snuck a little bell like you'd see in a mini wall, Western Electric, underneath this board. So here's some parts here. We have it all apart because I have to check it out, and this is the initial checkout. This is the encasement for the two prongs, and kind of reminds me of the old pots that you would, electric skillets that you would plug into the wall, and it had two big prongs that went into the skillet and caused the heating element to activate and heat up. But I was calling this a 464, and I'm sure it is, and right there's the number on it, 464A. So it's an operator's headset, and they've got clear plastic voice capsule. That's in good shape. See, there's a few of these around still. You don't see them very often. They're kind of rare, but usually when you do see them, there's always something wrong with them. and they're broke up. But this one's in good shape. Here's a receiver capsule. It's all clear, and that's pretty unique. That's good that it's in good shape. This is nothing more than a plastic ring that goes behind the receiver capsule when it goes in. This receiver capsule is designed more like the same receiver capsule that you would find in a like a trimline phone, and so it's the smaller version. And you'll see this on some military stuff too, some of these smaller designed receiver capsules. This is the transmitter. It's a very small, not much, about the same size as a silver dollar, and it has like a little plastic coating over the front of it. So it's very cool equipment. Here's your plugs, and this thing's built like a tank, and that's what the operator would plug into a network. She just plugged it right in, and then she could talk and receive, and that's basically what this is, same kind of thing. But it's made very well, and it's in great shape, and it's good to see this kind of equipment still kind of finding its way to be repaired. A lot of people haven't seen one of these, and that's why I wanted to give you a look at it. Right back here is where you would plug your line cord in, but then also you had your two jack holes, so you could plug your jack in. And they just got a capacitor running across that, and there's your bell. They snuck that little bell in there, and then the board for the electronics. That's a pretty cool telephone, and that gives you somewhat of a look at it. And we'll get Jim straightened out on this. I'll give you a look at the cover. You can see on the back of the cover where it's a little different. It's got your square hole for your modular port to go out to your line cord, and then it has the two round circles in it for your jack ports. So that's pretty cool telephone. And on the bottom of it, they should probably have, here we go, 2514BM. And there is no bell setting. If you notice, there's no loudness control for the bell. It would normally be up there by that little square hole there, or the rectangle hole there for where they would put the bell wheel, and that's not there on this telephone. They just didn't have the same type of bells in them. This unit had to have the smaller bell in it, and because they just didn't have the room for the bigger bells with all this stuff for the headphones in it. So it's a very cool telephone. We're going to go through this telephone. We're going to repair it and get it all squared back together again and working, and basically make this thing last another 50 years, hopefully. And I might try to do another video on this telephone after we get it finished up, showing a final checkout for it, and try to do another video. We'll see how it goes. We just get really busy in the shop, and sometimes we can't fit the final version in. But this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.